Good morning, everyone. I am Drusilla, and I'm going to be recording for you a recent blog that I wrote. I'm launching a website soon, so I will have my blogs on the website, but also I like to record them too, just so you get an idea of who I am. So the topic for today is self-improvement. During and after my morning meditation today, I contemplated the issue of self-improvement. Most humans at various points in their lives contemplate the necessity of self-correction and self-improvement. Now, to be clear, I do think that it's admirable and healthy to do whatever we can to improve the quality of our lives here on the earth plane. We aspire to enhance our lives by improving our mental, physical, and emotional health. And we do that, of course, by eating more nutritious foods, exercising, improving our relationships, setting goals, and working toward them. It's always wise to make a consistent practice, to reassess our lives and our lifestyles, and try to make the necessary changes to better it. And I think everyone agrees on that. Here's the thing, where we all tend to run into a roadblock is when we decide that we need to change who we are. And we want to do that, of course, by discarding the old version of us and try to recreate ourselves. But could it be that we're trying to change behaviors and make choices so that we can begin to remember who we really are and not change it? So again, we're doing this to remember who we are, ultimately who we've always been, and not change it. So here are the questions that are at the heart of this perplexing dilemma. Who are we really? Is it truly possible to fully know and understand who we are in terms of the greater picture of life? And is it okay to not fully have the answers to these questions? I believe that sometimes the questions on some level need to remain just that, questions, at least for the moment. Being spiritual beings and having a physical experience is both joyfully growth-enhancing and deeply painful at times. The roles we play during any lifetime come and go as we move through the various life changes. Yet up until the end of our lives, most of us will respond to the question of who we are by listing all the roles we played, we are playing, and will play. For example, I, Drusilla, am a daughter, a sister, a wife, a mother, and a friend. In the past, I was a dancer, a competitive swimmer, a gymnast, and a cheerleader. Presently, I am a massage therapist, an author, a spiritual counselor, and an intuitive. In the future, I will possibly be a retired person, hopefully a senior in her golden years, and perhaps I might be defined by a health issue or disability, although I certainly hope not. All of those labels are true at any given time. However, is that who I really am? And if I should lose all of my labels, do I lose my identity and purposefulness? I do not believe so, because this is important. Because what we do and who we are different. Each of our experiences can help us to grow, learn, and hopefully move closer to the mystery of who we ultimately and eternally are. The doing part of us refers to the word human in the term human being, which of course is what we call ourselves. We're a human being. So all the things that we do, that's part of our human experience. The word being refers to the part of us that is the consciousness and the awareness that is aware of what the human is doing. That part is what we call our soul. This leads us to the great mystery of who we are. I believe, as most people do, that each of us were created by a supreme being. This being is called many things in different cultures. The truth is that he is rather mysterious, and it is almost impossible to grasp his depth, vastness, and power. I know that we feel, most of us, or hopefully many more, we feel his energy and we feel his love. Many talk to him on a regular basis and believe they hear his messages. But I often wonder if anyone has ever really seen him. We create different images of him, but I think it's from our imaginations and not from the memory of having seen him. Yet one thing that most of us agree upon is that this Supreme Being is synonymous with love. He is love in its most perfect and divine sense. One thing is true for sure. Our world, along with the many galaxies that exist, leaves us all in awe of our Creator. On our beautiful earth, the diversity of life, the spectacular array of oceans and rivers, mountains, plants, trees, flowers, animals, and every single eternal soul that has ever lived leaves us awestruck. We marvel at the constant change of seasons and the cycles of life that keep us all wondering how in the world our Creator can keep it all going. Yet year after year, life continues. I believe He is the greatest enigma we will most likely ever know. And within that unknown lies the mystery of who we truly are. So here's the thing. If this being's DNA, so to speak, is only love, and he creates eternal beings called souls, which we are, using pure love, then our souls are made of love, and only love. It also means that we too can embody and have access to all the power, knowledge, wisdom, complexity, and creative ability of our Creator. I tend to fully believe this is who we are. Impossible, you might say. Yes, I can understand it. It does feel impossible to see ourselves in that light. Why? I believe the answer lies in our inability to really unravel the mystery of who and what our Creator really is. If we cannot fully understand exactly who He is, then being His offspring, we cannot fully understand who we are. In addition, when we decide to incarnate on Earth, we must merge the energy of our soul with the physical body. And the physical body incorporates an individual brain chemistry and our ego mind, the thinking mind. Some people call it the monkey mind because half the time we don't even know what's going on up there. It just kind of thinks all the time. This is not easy, especially for younger minds and more immature souls, to actually merge and be one with our souls. If our soul fails to successfully merge with our body, our life will be more ego-driven rather than soul-directed. As our soul evolves and matures, sometimes over many lifetimes, we can eventually tune into the voice of our soul as well as our spirit guides and begin to get a clearer picture of who we are eternally. I believe there will be a point along the path of our soul's journey, perhaps when we are closer to returning to our spiritual birthplace, where we will uncover all the mysteries of our Creator. But I have not met anyone who has fully succeeded in that endeavor. They might exist. I'm not sure. Just at this point, I haven't met any, but I certainly hope I do. So here is where we might want to simply choose to leave the question of who we fully and completely are unanswered and be content with that. Simply know that we are love at our very core. We are loved deeply by our Creator simply because we exist. We don't have to do anything. to deserve his love, because he loves us no matter what. We make mistakes and learn our lessons. When we fall or feel as if we have failed, we need to remember, and this is important, we need to remember that our mistakes and our seeming failures do not define us. They are simply lessons that teach us many things. Most importantly, I think, is it teaches us to be kinder and to be more forgiving of ourselves and of others. If we all make accepting and being the love that is our truest identity at the heart of what inspires and motivates us, we'll always be on the right path. Then no matter how much of who we are remains unknown, it will not matter. We will be proud of ourselves, feel fulfilled, grateful, enlightened, and wonderfully embraced by the light and love of our mysterious Creator. I will leave you with this mantra to be repeated whenever we doubt ourselves. I am love. I am love.